Welcome back to STLTV Live and our show dedicated to the Missouri Cures Education Foundation and their 2015 Cancer Symposium. Joining me is Dr. David T. Curiel, Director of Cancer Biology and the Biologic Therapeutics Center at Washington University School of Medicine. Dr. Curiel, welcome to our show today.
I'm glad to be here.
Tell us more about what it is that you do and what you're involved in.
Well, we develop viruses to use therapeutically. We use them as vaccine agents. We use them for gene delivery in the context of a new therapy called gene therapy, and then we also use them as vaccines. So we find that out of these viruses we can get a lot of interventions that can impact cancer therapy.
Now, this almost sounds like science fiction. Is this being done? Is this in the marketplace today?
So you raised a really interesting point. One of the milestones of our field, the gene therapy field, was to show that it works, the technology actually works in humans, and that it's a product that you can buy it in the pharmacy like you would any other drug. And we've just transitioned these important milestones in the last year. I had a symposium here at Washington University where we had the 5 investigators that have done curative gene therapy in humans. So first time they had been under one roof. They all came to St. Louis. And so we passed that milestone. And in Europe, a gene therapy for a lipid deficiency was also approved as a licensed drug. It's thought in the next year to 2 in the U.S. that there'll be licensed virus therapies for cancer. So not so much science fiction, really emerging therapy that is reaching the front lines.
Are they doing this in Europe already?
Well, for a genetic correction for a metabolic disorder, not for cancer,
okay.
but viruses have been used in Asia as a licensed therapeutic. And I would also mention that one of the really attractive things about these virus-based therapies is the ability to tailor the therapy precisely to a patient's biology. You hear so much about personalized medicine and the wonderful work at WashU with the Genome Center and characterizing the genetic defects in the cancer. And really it's what we call the molecular promiscuity. It's our ability to manipulate this virus in so many ways that allows us to precisely tailor it to a person's biology. And so we think that these virus therapies can be very much at the forefront of this exciting personalized medicine era, an era that WashU has done so much to push forward.
Dr. Curiel, would something like this replace chemotherapy?
Well, interestingly, one of the attractive aspects of targeted therapies, and viruses are one of these targeted therapies for cancer, much like monoclonal antibodies, is that they're not just efficacious, but that they reduce side effects. So it's the hope that both ends will be accomplished. That being said, cancer is a disease for which we use multimodality therapy, and virus therapy has been used with radiation therapy and with chemotherapy to improve its efficacy. So it'll be part of the armamentarium and not replace but add to the cancer therapies.
I see. Dr. Curiel, what are you most excited about in terms of this current level of research and these things that are being introduced?
Well, I think this emerging phenomena of what we call One Health, of animal health and human health seen as being cross-supportive, what we learn from animals helping humans and vice versa. And I stumbled into this area because I had a technical problem for which a dog cancer solved the biological issue. But in parallel with that, there's been a growth of recognition of this area. A book called Subiquity 2 years ago was a New York Times bestseller, and it was based on this idea of human health, animal health, and the alliances. So this has really been a major adjunct to our program to develop new cancer therapies, and that the therapies can benefit animals and humans.
That's fascinating. We're going to have to take a break. We'll have more with Missouri Cures and Dr. Curiel after this break. Stay tuned.